Hello friends, welcome to Vittam Pravina Gurishala. In this video, we will see some of the mathematical background concepts, calculations one must know to ensure that any working later in the subject of finance becomes simple and easy. Simple background, something which everyone would be familiar with, yet consciously if you make an effort to keep this in mind, you can avoid all possible confusion and everything becomes simple. I'm just mentioning two concepts which you should know to enable an easy understanding of all the working that happens in the subject. One is a couple of concepts based on theory of indices. Now, what should we know? Two things as simple as that. You are aware anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Anything. So a to the power of 0. Anything. Now, why does it call for a mention? Simple. Just be aware. You will see when we have a need how this can be helpful for us. But even more important than this, when square root of a based on theory of indices, we write as a to the power of 1 by 2 square root root 2. So 1 by 2. Similarly, cube root of any number is number to the power of 1 by 3. Fourth root of any number is number to the power of 1 by 4. So to simplify, to generalize, nth root of any number is a to the power of 1 by 2. So just keep this much in mind. A to the power of 0 is equal to 1 and nth root of a number is number to the power of 1 by n. Simple. Now this we'll see where we have this application. But friends, well, theory of indices, the two expressions is one requirement. What is interesting is, whenever we have some complex values given, how to calculate, for whatever reason it is, professional institutions do not permit use of scientific calculator. Particularly Institute of Chartered Accountants don't permit students to carry scientific calculator to the exams. And at this level, it could have been a simple concession given, but they have their own reasoning. But unfortunately, the standard calculator what you have, you can't make all the calculations. And some of the calculations is very difficult to make in say a standard calculator, and some of them you can't make. And when you can't make, you can't progress further, you can't proceed. How to make those complex calculations is what we next learn. There's a second aspect in this video. And that we learn using what is called logarithms and anti-logarithms. What is it? How to use it? Let us see. Now, please see this question here. How much is 1.8 to the power of 8? Now, if I have a standard calculator like this, I can calculate easily. 1.8 into 1.8 into 1.8, I keep on calculating 8 times. Maybe it's okay, not a big difficulty, yet 8 times. Quite often it may be confusion, and if it is 8, it's okay. Let's say 12 times, 24 times, and you may get any such numbers. Then it's a difficulty. How to calculate them? So such things we do using logarithm and anti-logarithm. How? This is what we do. Now, the number we need to calculate is 1.8 to the power of 8. So what we do is, we first convert this into logarithm, find the log value of this, and after finding the log value, if you take anti-log of that, you get the answer for this. So convert this into log, make the calculation, reconvert back using anti-log, you get the answer. How? Let us see. So what I do first, 1.8 to the power of 8, I need to find log value of this. I should convert into log. And when we convert a normal number into log, this is one point you should keep in mind. Power becomes coefficient. The power function what we have becomes coefficient. So in this, the power function is 8, 1.8 to the power of 8. So we write it as 8 into, we need to find log of 1.8. So we write it as 8 log 1.8. So 1.8 to the power of 8 in terms of logarithm, in a logarithm expression is 8. So the power becomes coefficient into log of 1.8. After we find this and calculate this, whatever we get, if you take antilog, we get the number. So friends, to calculate this using log and antilog, this is how we express antilog of 8 log 1.8. So this is the standard expression. Now, let us first calculate this and then take antilog. So what I now do, I should find for 1.8, what is the log value? Remember 1.8 is a normal value, regular value, ordinary value. I should find the logarithm value of 1.8. How? Friends, when we convert any number into logarithm, then we have to find the log value of any number. We should identify two items, two values. One is called characteristic and the second is called mantissa. If you identify these, it means this number is converted into the log. How to convert? How to find the log value of this? How to find what is called characteristic and mantissa? Listen carefully. Now, first we find characteristic. How? In this number, the original number 1.8, find how many digits we have before decimal. 1.8 is the number. Before decimal, how many digits? Remember, number of digits. We have one digit. One digit. Now, whatever the number of digits we have before decimal in this number, from that minus 1. So we have one digit before decimal, minus 1, 0. 0 is called the characteristic. 0. So 1 digit before decimal, minus 1, 0. Next is to find mantissa. So this is 0 point or 0 plus point. Mantissa, how to find mantissa? 1.8 is the number. Now remove the decimal. So to find mantissa, we take the number, complete number without decimal, 18. Now for this, using what is called logarithm table, we find the value. And what I'm now displaying is the logarithm table. So this is a logarithm table. Now we need value for 18, remove decimal, 18. So what we do in logarithm table, left hand side, if you see, we have number starting with 2 digits. So 18, that's it, only 2 digits we have. So what we do, 18 under 0, 18 under 0, 2553. Now that is mantissa. So characteristic, number of decimals, number of digits before decimal, minus 1. And remove the decimal, whatever the number we have, using log table, we find mantissa. So friends, the log value of 1.8 is 0.2553. So original number is 1.8. Its logarithm value is 0.2553. Now multiply this 0.2553 into 8. You can use the calculator and do. 0.2553 into 8, 2.04. Friends, this is the value. Now if we take antilog of this, we get the answer for this. Now how to take antilog? For that we need what is called anti-logarithm tables. So well, what we're having now are logarithm tables. For this we need anti-logarithm tables. And as you can see in this anti-logarithm tables, left side, the first column, it is starting with decimals, meaning for what starts with decimal, only you can find antilog. So 0.0424, it is for this you can find a value using anti-logarithm table. So remember 0.0424. How to find? Come to the anti-log table. First take 0.04. But what we have is 0.0424. So what we do, 0.04, go in that line under 0.0424. So 0.04 under 2. What is the value we have? 1102. So 0.04 under 2, 1102. Go in the same line, this number 0.0424. So 0.04 under 2, same line, you find something called mean differences. Under that, under 4. find the value. So 0.04 under 2, 1102. Same line, mean difference is 4, the value is 1. So 1102 plus 1, 1103 is the number. So 0.0424, when you take antilog, you get 1103. But this is not the answer. Before decimal, from decimal, we took the number and found the antilog value. Now, before decimal, what is the number we have? 2. We have a number 2. Plus 1, we get 3. So, after 3 digits, put a decimal. 2 is the number in this value before decimal. Plus 1, 3. After 3 digits, put a decimal. Now, this is just a reverse. Earlier, number of digits before decimal minus 1, we got a number. Now, that was called characteristic. Now, this number plus 1, we're getting number of digits before decimal. So, earlier, number of digits was converted into number by subtracting 1. Now, to this number, we add 1 and find before decimal how many digits we must have. So, 2 plus 1, 3. So, after 3 digits, we should have decimal. Friends, this is the answer for 1.8 to the power of 8. But this is approximate. It will be close, but not the accurate exact answer. Using log and antilog, you can't get exact answer, but this is the simplest and the best way you can do. You need log and antilog table, but that is available, not the calculator, the scientific calculator. So if I have to show this using a scientific calculator, if I have to show what is the value for this, 1.8 to the power of 8. 1.8 1.8 to the power of 8. 110.199 or 110.20 is the actual answer. Using log and antilog, we get 110.3, but that is absolutely fine. At least you're able to get something close. And mind you, if you feel you can do this using standard calculator, please do. If that's not a possibility, and when you don't have access to scientific calculator, this is what you can do. And quite often, whenever you have such calculation to be done, either in the question paper you find log and antilog values given, or there will be supply of log and antilog tables, or there is other arrangement meant for that. But at least that will be available. You can calculate. Let's try a few more examples. Now, let's take this. 1.042 to the power of 12. Now, again, if you feel I can do using standard calculator, do. Fine. As long as you're confident, excellent. So this we can do to the power of 12, you can calculate. But instead, if you once practice this and get used to this, not even 1 minute you need to calculate this. So how to express this in log form? So as I said, first convert this into log, make the calculation, reconvert, take antilog. So this is how we write. Antilog of power becomes coefficient 12 log 1.04. So 1.042 to the power of 12. First, when you convert into log, it is 12 into log 1.042. And after calculating, if you take antilog, you get the answer. Now, first, our job is to find for 1.042 the log value. As you are aware, we need to find two values, two items, characteristic and mantissa. How to get characteristic? In this original number, how many digits we have before decimal? 1 digit. I'm not talking about the value of the number. I'm talking about number of digits before decimal. 1 digit. Minus 1, 0. So 0 is the characteristic. Now, second value we should find is mantissa. How? Remove the decimal. In the original number, remove the decimal. 1042 is the value we have. Now go to logarithm tables. 1042 is what we need. How? Friends, 10 under 4. This is the value. Same line, mean difference under 2. Remember 1042. So 10 under 4 under mean difference under 2. So 0.170.8 when you add 0.178. So log 1.042 is 0.017. Now multiply 12 into this. I've given the number already. 0.2136. Now, if you find antilog of this, you get the answer for this. How to find antilog? We need antilog of 0.2136. From the table, we find value for 0.2136. Remember, from the table, we find value for 0.2136. Then, based on this number, we find number of digits before decimal. So 0.2136, how to find? Let's go to anti-logarithm table. Anti-logarithm. And at the top, you see, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 9. Okay. So we need 0.2136. So 0.21 under 0, under 1, under 2, under 3, 1633. So 0.2136, 0.21 under 3, 1633. Same row, mean difference under 6, 2. So 0.2136 will be 1633 plus 2, 1635. So put the number here, 1635. That is not the answer. Now, after finding for 0.2136 was the value in the anti-logarithm table. Now check before decimal, what is the number we have? What's the number we have here? 0 plus 1. 1 means after one digit we should have the decimal. So earlier, number of digits before decimal was converted into a number. Now, this number we're converting into number of digits before decimal. So 0 is the number we have, plus 1, 1. So after one digit, put a dot, put a decimal. So for 1.042 to the power of 12, the answer is 1.635. So if I to show using the calculator, 1.042 to the power of 12, 1.6383, which is approximately 1.635 or 635. So you don't get accurate, but very close to the actual value you get. And for all further calculation, you can conveniently use this. So small variations will not be of great significance in your application and calculating the final answers. Now this is another case which we saw. Now let's take another case. Friends, 9.43 to the power of 4.5. Now, these you can't calculate using standard calculator. Impossible. To the power of 4.5. Scientific, yes, but you don't have access to scientific calculator. How to calculate? That's exactly when we have log and antilog useful for us. And all these are the numbers which you will be getting in the subject later. Now, how to do it? Let us see. So as usual, first I should convert this into log form. So I take it as 4.5 log 9.43. After calculating, take antilog. So this is the standard form of expression. Antilog of 4.5 log 9.43. Now first I should find the log value for 9.43. Just remember again, 9.43. Before decimal, what is the number of digits we have? One digit. So it's not number 9 I'm talking about. How many digits we have? So before decimal, we have only one digit. Minus 1, 0, that is a characteristic. What is the next value in finding log value? Mantissa. How to find? 9.43 is the original number. Remove decimal, 943. So for that, we should use log tables and find 943. Friends, you know, this is first column is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 943, 94 under 0, under 1, under 2, under 3, 9745. So that is the value 974. So 0.9745 is the log value of 9.43. Now 4.5 into this 4.3853 are the number. Now this is not the answer, obviously. You should take its antilog. Now antilog is what we take for the value from decimal. So for 0.3853, we should find antilog. So how to find antilog value for 0.3853? So this is the antilog tables. Let's start with decimal. 0.3853. So 0.38 under 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2427. 0.3853. So 2427 plus under 3. What is the value we have? 2. So when you add those two, what you get? 0.2429. 2427 plus 2, 0.2429. But What is the number we have before decimal? 4. Plus 1, 5. So after 5 digits, we should have decimal. But here we got only 4 digits, 2429. So 5 digits. I take 0. So 24290. 5 digits. So 4 is the number, plus 1, 5. So after 5 digits, we should have a decimal. Here we only 4 digits. So make it 5 digits, add 0. Now this is the answer for 9.43 to the power of 4.5. But again, it is approximate. So what's the actual answer? If I take 9.43 to the power of 4.5, 24,283, I'm getting 24,290. Fine. So that much of small variations will be there, but without having a need for scientific calculator. If you have a scientific calculator, it's simple. Just one small application that we won't have access. That is where the constraint is. If not, then all this is not a requirement for us at all. Now, let's see one more application, but this is actually how we will be getting. This is what you will see more often. Friends, in standard calculator, we have to take root. Only root you can take is square root. That's it. But when you actually apply, there may be need for taking cube root, fourth root, fifth root, or any root. You don't have scientific calculator. If you have, you can calculate. So how to do that? Now, first remember the expression from theory of indices. Cube root is nothing but to the power of 1 by 3. So if I need cube root of 19, it is as good as it is 19 to the power of 1 by 3. Now, once you have in this form, using log and antilog again, we can calculate. How? First convert this into log form. How? This power becomes coefficient 1 by 3 into log 19. And after calculate all this, take its antilog. So we need 1 by 3 log 19. Log 19, how to calculate? 19 is the number. 19 or 19.00. So before decimal, what is the number we have? 19. How many digits before decimal? 2 digits. Minus 1. So 1 is a characteristic. So 19. Before decimal, we have 2 digits. Minus 1. 1. So characteristic for this is 1. Now 19 is the number. We need mantissa. So go to the log tables. Since it is just 19. So by now we are aware, take 19 under 0. 19 under 0 is 2788. So 1.2788 is the log value of 19. Let's say it is 190. Value will be mantissa will be 2788, but this will be 2 because 190, 3 digits minus 1, 2. If this was to be 1.9, before decimal, there's 1 digit. So 1 minus 1, this would have been 0. But mantissa would have been still 0.2788. Now, you got the value for this. 1 by 3 into this, 1/3. So 0.4263. Calculate 1.2788 into 1 by 3, 0.4263. Now for this, I should find antilog. As you know, antilog can be identified from antilogarithm tables. And for that, you should take only value from decimal. So 0.4263. So if you go to antilog tables, 0.4263. As you know, this is 0. So 0.42 under 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0.42 under 6 is 0.2667 plus under 3, 2. So 2663. 2661 plus 2, 2663. 0.4263, 0.42 under 6, under 3, under 6, under 3, 2667 plus 2, 2669. 2669. But this is not the number. 0 is the number before decimal plus 1. So after 1 digit, you should have decimal. So 19 to the power of 1 by 3 is 2.66. So if I use a scientific calculator and show the calculation, 19 to the power of 1 by 3, friends, it is 2.6684. You have got 2.669. So what we get will be close to the actual value and absolutely good enough for all the application. Now, let's see one last case. So again, something which you come across very often. So fifth root of 1.07. From theory of indices we have learned, fifth root is same as to the power of 1 by 5. So fifth root of 1.07 is 1.07 to the power of 1 by 5. Now as usual, once you have it in this form, using log and antilog, you can find the value. So how do we express it? Antilog of 1 by 5 log 1.07. So 1 by 5 log 1.07, it's antilog. Now, how to find log value of 1.07? As usual, by identifying characteristic mantissa. How to get characteristic? Before decimal, we have one digit, minus 1, 0 is the characteristic. Now, remove decimal, 107 is the number we get. So go to logarithm tables, 107, 10 under 7, 0294. So 0.029. Now into 1 by 5 will give us 0.00588 something. But as you remember from in antilog tables, we can have only up to 4 digits after decimal. So taken 0.0059. So how to find the value under 0.0059? Go to antilog tables, which begins with decimal, 0.00 under 5, 1012, same line under mean difference 9, 2. So 1012 plus 2, 1014, put that number. Then before decimal, what is the number we have? 0. The number 0 plus 1, 1. So after one digit, you should have decimal. So 1.07 to the power of 1 by 5, 1.014. Again, what to show is in the calculator. 1.07 to the power of 1 by 5. 1 by 5. 1.0136, which is 1.01. Friends, this calculation is very essential. Quite often, students, this is the difficulty. They reach till here, where we come across all these numbers, you will see. They reach till here, but from here how to go further, they don't know because the standard calculator won't facilitate this calculation. And there is no access for scientific calculator. But there is always a possibility of having log and antilog tables in the examination. Once you have, you can apply. Friends, you are ready with them. Now, please ensure this concepts which we discussed, theory of indices, the expression, and using log and antilog, how to find values of complex numbers. Keep in mind, you will see the very next topic which you take up, how much of this will be of use for us, how we apply this and make our calculation simple. Keep watching our videos. Next, we will discuss in the next video one of the most very important topic. As I had mentioned in my earlier video, without knowledge of this, you can't be equipped to do any calculation in finance. Time value of money is what we take up in the next video. Keep watching and please visit our website drvrk.in. We have details of the courses which we offer and we are conducting classes. We have CA for CA final strategic financial management. You can visit, find the details regarding the classes, enroll yourself, learn the subject. So happy learning, enjoy your day. Please ensure you make time to practice this. Thank you. Have a great day.